Next of all, number 5, our last one here is transforming the way you think. We have to transform the way we think. It's not transform the way we think. I'm trying to do 2 things at once. I'm a guy. I don't do that very well, okay? So we have to transform, not just hear new things. We have to actually do this replacement thinking. Remember talking about that all the way back here at the worker level. It's replacement thinking. So again, if you're a team builder and you're wanting to move into management positions, these are things that you need to begin doing because this will be required of you. As you step into management, responsibilities will increase. Therefore, availability will decrease. You can't be available to everyone like you were here. At the team builder level, we talked about how important it was to build relationships and spend time with people and gather them up and so on. But as you turn into a manager, there's more. And so we have less availability, so we need to be very careful with how we spend our time. So from here, what I want to do is step into, well, I'm just going to say here, we move from productivity. There's kind of 2 primary categories. There's productivity time, and then there's administrative time. Okay? And I want to give you just a short timeline. Where can I put it here? I'm going to try to put it right over here. I think this will fit, all right? But what I want to show you here, on a given day, here's what's going on. Let's say that our work day is from 9 to 5, okay? From 9 to 5, this is our production time. This is when we produce. It's work time. It's results time. It's money time, okay? We're going to be working here. However, Clay, I'm a manager. I need time to plan. I need time to think. I need time to get things out and be able to see them. Have you had this before? Where you're trying to plan in this space and everybody's going, hey, you got a minute? Hey, you got a minute? Hey, I need some help with this. Hey, I need some help with this. Guys, this can be really difficult, again, especially when you are in multiple levels. This can be really difficult because from 9 to 5, everyone else is at work trying to get done what they need to get done, and they need the help and supervision of the mid-manager. So this time to sit and plan and look at the big picture can be really difficult to carve out between 9 to 5. So look here. That time has to happen earlier. I know, between 5 and 9. It doesn't mean you have to get up at 5 and start, but at some point before everyone shows up, that's where you as a manager are spending time planning and preparing. Or, you've got this space over here from 5 to 9 on this end. I would not encourage you to plan or try to produce here. I'm thinking at this point, you want to play. This is time to go home, be with the kids, be with the family, go do stuff, be with friends. This is playtime. And then you've got this other space here on up to midnight where you can plan as well. Well, Clay, I'm not a late night person. Okay, that's fine, then do it here. Well, Clay, I'm not an early morning person. Okay, then that's fine, do it here. Well, Clay, I don't want to do it either time. Okay, now you're going to have to find it here. When everyone else is at work trying to produce and everyone needs your help as the mid-manager. And they're all going to be knocking on your door. Hey, I need help, I need help. Everybody just go away, I need to plan. Because this is the time where you need to be planning. Again, as your responsibilities increase, availability decreases. So we have to plan our days. Man, as you walk up this ladder, I love being an entrepreneur. All the way up here, what is the phrase? You get to choose which 80 hours a week you work, okay? Just as you step into management, it's no longer a 40-hour week, folks. You're looking at 50, 55 hours. Plan 50, 55 hours. If you try to do all of your management plus your work during this time, it's just not going to happen, okay? You're going to find that you don't have time because you're looking at a small window. We have to transform the way that we think. And so all of a sudden, I remember when my coach started saying, Clay, it's time to start talking about getting up at 5 in the morning. It was like, what? Nobody wakes up at 5 in the morning. Are you kidding me? That is like for crazy people. Because I had surrounded myself with a bunch of salaried workers that if they had to be at work at 8 o'clock, they got up at 7:30, all right, took a quick shower and walked in right at 8 o'clock. Welcome to salaried workers. But when I started my own company and I was going to have to start doing all of this stuff as well as the work, I knew that I was going to have to start doing this and spend some time here. So it's not uncommon at all for me to put in that 68 to 72 hours every single week. A 6-day week, all right? Clay, you're just working all the time. No, remember, I do have playtime planned. I've got playtime planned on the weekends, but I also have some work time planned on the weekends. We just have to block that time out. So I want to finish up in this session talking about time management. I want to introduce you to the daily steering wheel, and this is the model that I use on a daily basis to keep track of what I'm going to do. Key thing here is, as you can see from the picture, when you're driving your car, you got to keep your hands on the wheel. All right? Because if anything comes out in front of you, you got to be able to move the wheel. And if you don't move the wheel, you're in trouble. Well, Clay, I've found that I can eat a cheeseburger, all right, and I can work on my phone and drive with my knee. Have you been there before? Huh? Driving with the knee? Yeah, I know. I know you haven't, but you've seen people doing the old drive with the knee thing. And you can get away with that until something happens. If something happens, you're in trouble really quickly. Well, unfortunately, so many people go through their day with their knee on the wheel of their time management. And so all of a sudden something happens, something blows up in the middle of the day, somebody needs something, and we just get moved, we just get thrown around throughout the day. Either we get over into the left-hand side of the road where we're in oncoming traffic, okay? So you're just in chaos, things are just going crazy all day. Or we come over to the right side and we find ourselves in a ditch where we're just shut down. Things are just overwhelming, we're just shut down. So we want to stay in the traffic. We want to stay in the line of moving forward. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a daily steering wheel each day and we're going to keep our hands on it, which means we're going to print the sucker out. We're going to carry it around with us. It's not going to be just on our phone. It's not going to be just on the computer, okay? We've got to print it out and we've got to carry it around with us every single day. So here we go, our first step for our daily steering wheel. And again, you're going to see some of the same principles over here. Our first step is to print off your schedule. What do you have going on today? Are there appointments? Again, you might have something where you primarily work on tasks, okay? That's fine. We're going to print off a 9 to 5 or whatever your time frame is going to be, maybe a 5 to 9 type of thing, of where your time is going to be spent today. So we print off our schedule. Number 2 is we make our to-do list or refer to your to-do list. Okay? Next of all, as we learned over here, step number 3, set allotted, I think that's how you spell allotted, time for each of those to-dos, each of those tasks. And then step number 4, what we're going to do is insert to-dos onto your schedule. So now what you have is a plan for the day. You've got a schedule. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Now, I usually do plan a buffer of about an hour to an hour and a half in my day because things come up. So I plan that buffer time. If you plan the entire thing, then something comes up, it's going to knock you off. So go ahead and put some buffer time as you can. But insert the times into your daily schedule. Now you've got a printout and you have written in here the to-dos that you're going to accomplish. Have you ever been in that spot where, hey, have you got a minute? You go, sure, and you walk off to do something and you come back to your desk, or you come back and you go, okay, where was I? And man, if you're not careful, it can take you, even on the good side, it can take you like 10, 15 minutes just get back in the flow of things. But if we're not careful, we'll go do this and we'll come back and we'll go, okay, where was I? Oh yeah, I needed to do that thing. And now we're distracted off of something else and we never did get the thing done. Okay? So the daily steering wheel allows you to, if your car begins to veer off, you can just bring it right back into the moving forward traction lane. Okay? Rather than getting into oncoming traffic and rather than getting into the ditch. And then finally, step number 5 is apply your PhD. You've heard me say this before. There's no way to be a good manager if you don't have a PhD. You've got to have pig-headed determination, pig-headed discipline to stick to the schedule. Guys, if you don't stick to the schedule, then you're just going to get thrown throughout the day, because I promise you, these people here need you all the time. I need. These people create fires, okay? Workers create fires. As soon as they show up to work, they create fires. They create problems that you need to solve. So as a mid-manager, you need to be available for most of the day during 9 to 5, if this is where the time frame is for you to do your work day, you need to be available to put out fires with your workers, okay? You may be able to squeeze an hour or 2, maybe, each day out where you can block off and do management planning time. If you are a senior manager, then you need to be blocking about, it's probably about 4 hours or maybe even 5 hours a day where you are in blocked out planning mode during the day. Again, if you don't, then you're just always going to distill all the way down to the lowest common denominator of work. We just work. We're just all working. Okay? It can be very, and again, I'm not going to say this is easy. Okay? Especially if you are in multiple levels, how do we do that? It takes time, and you're probably going to need some help doing that. But again, the daily steering wheel will set you on your course to do this. Without a plan, okay? Without a plan, without a map each day, you're just taking it as it comes. And I remember at a time when I was a senior manager, I was a CEO, and I had a friend ask me, so Clay, do you have a to-do list or a schedule? Well, no, I kind of like to just take it as it comes. You know, I just kind of like to, oh my gosh, no wonder things weren't moving forward the way they needed to. He stepped in and started introducing me to these ideas on time management, because before I was just a salaried worker. I was just I was a teacher, okay? I was an inner city public school teacher working for the government. I was just kind of showing up every day and kind of taking kids through the day. I didn't really need the time management because the bell rang, these kids left, these kids came in. Bell rang, these kids left, these kids came in. The time management was the bell. But then as I moved and started as a CEO of a company, there wasn't a bell anymore. And then when I became an entrepreneur, holy cow, bell didn't exist at all. So I had to begin to be that time manager myself rather than relying on the bell system. Okay, I just want to toss that out for you. A little bit of help. Also, I had somebody ask me the other day, Clay, do you have any other clothes that you can wear, other than just that? I just want you to know, if you see me in this outfit, it's probably Monday. This is my Monday outfit. Remember, the brain is for thinking, the pen is for remembering. Guys, I've got a structure. I've got a set Monday. This is what I wear. So if you see me in this outfit, bam, you know it's probably Monday when we are recording this. My coach, Clay Clark with Thrive 15, he wore a blue suit, white shirt, red tie for the first 5 years that I knew him, every single day. I even saw him at a baseball game one time, had the blue suit on. He wore it all the time because just didn't want to clutter the brain with all these extra decisions. So we set up systems, which is what we do as managers. Okay, so I hope this has been helpful for you. Once again, until you can control your time, you won't be able to control anything. Until you can manage your time, you won't be able to manage anything. So we have to get this time thing under control. So this is our third session our winning in the workplace management level. I hope it's been helpful for you if you are a manager or if you are a team builder or worker wanting to step into management. This is something that you probably want to get good at before you have to learn in the furnace. If you're already a manager, it's like, oh my gosh, I've got to fix this flat tire while I'm moving down the road. It can be really hard. But good luck with it. If you have any questions, as always, get in touch with me. Clay Staires, Clay at claystairs.com. What is my email? Clay at claystairs.com, or you can go to my website at claystairs.com or give me a ring, 918-798-0852. Look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day today as a manager.